One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the LSU Tigers. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. So LSU's offense will go on the attack first. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love it.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Durham. Picks up the first down, still moving. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, then he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I tell you what, the offense, they get the big run play, and then what are you thinking? Maybe play action, take a shot. How about the defense? They were ready to roll. Even though they gave up the run, they didn't just play the run. They were ready for the pass and got the big sack.
Leaves it with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Tigers need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Here's the pressure. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They bring the punter onto the field now. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So Illinois' offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David both ready to make a huge... back.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible. Just let him go to work.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved him forward just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds his man. It's Watkins. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. The Tigers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the defense was locked in. You could tell they saw it. They reacted right away. Got the running back on the ground immediately. Johnson wants to throw it. He's got his man. And the Tigers will have a 1st down. Here comes the hurry up. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The Tigers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And it slipped through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. Might as well stick with him. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Jenkins. Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown Illini! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch. He does it in a big moment here in this game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big 12. Texas Tech is currently ahead in this one. The Jones is just jam-packed today, but the Scarlet and Black have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Arizona State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this Big 12 clash of the Titans. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Grabbed over the middle. It's Green. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Now the play fake. He's got him in the flat. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be bigger.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense got it, they're on the run.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
Quick pass on the fly motion. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Can the D deny them on second and goal? Johnson looking to throw. Just threw that one way too far.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is third and goal. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Field goal is good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think the offense kind of got away from their identity a little bit on that last drive.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback, LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The Fighting Illini needs to get it to the county line for a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Pocket breaking down. Out of the backfield, he's open. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
LSU will get a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Offense, quick tempo. They'll send the back in motion. Keep it on the ground.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. LSU right back to the line. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Rushes on him. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Really great job and coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. From the gun, wants to pass. Hauls it in. He stopped right at the 15-yard line. Needed a little bit more to move the chains. Chip shot field goal from here, but will they go for it on 4th down? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. And he missed it. No good. And guys, still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. To throw, it's Jenkins. And that incomplete pass caused by the big...
Able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping to run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
From the gun, the running back has it. Got the first down and still on his feet. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately, we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense is really good bad.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Give to the back. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Johnson looking to throw. Going for the big play. Catch inside the 25. Touchdown Tigers. They take the lead with the 6.
And I think it's pretty clear. They went into the half and said, we're getting the ball and we're going to be aggressive. And how about the aggressive shot down the field? Play one of the second half to start it. And he goes all the way to the end zone. That is how you start a half fast.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Nowhere close on that one as he got thrilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Quarterbacks talk about it all the time. They love the clean pocket where they can step up, throw the football. That is not what they had. Nice job by the defense, beating the offensive line, disrupting the timing.
A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. Hauls it in, looking for space. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O's. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. On the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, show your exotic looks, get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletion.
Oh, and now the ball has been knocked free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Oh, and that is a momentum-shifting play. Just when it seemed like it was going to be a ho-hum return and they'd have to start this drive on their own end of the field, great individual effort, great blocking, and all of a sudden the offense, they're knocking on the door.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They're trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, LSU! Great job by the back on the option. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Illinois offense returns to the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
Somehow fits it into a host of defenders. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Yeah, and the slant routes are just typically one of those that it's a timing route. It's a big body route. A lot of times I throw it to my big guy who's going to catch it and give me positive yards most of the time.
Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. Off play action on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He caught it, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. How about that Bayou Bengal defensive front showing some dominance? Booger McFarland, Marcus Spears-like in their pressure.
And that defensive line getting to the quarterback, and they got so many guys that we could name like Spears that you just mentioned, like Booger in the past, that put on that purple and gold, look good, big physical guys that fill out them uniforms and eat quarterbacks.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He's got the tight end. Makes his way to the 17, but not enough for the first down.
At the 17-yard line. Now, a 4th down.
Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Takes the handoff. It's Durham. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And defense is about getting off the football. And when that defensive line can be disrupted and get in the backfield right away and mess up those pullers actions on those counter plays, it can be really advantageous for the defense. Great job by the defense being hyperactive.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Give to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Makes the grab. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
They'll get him on the ground, but not before Illinois picks up the first down.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Illinois right back to the line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They gave up the sack on first down. Now it's 2nd and 11.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to.
And he feels the heat coming in and burns him up. Another sack. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Looking for the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back, put the pressure on their own defense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. They believe they can run right here. Finds a little bit of room and finally wrestled out of bounds at the 43. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. They'll move the tight end. Looking for a man. It's Jenkins. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play.
Illegal touchdown. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. They'll have to do a better job of protection this time after that 3rd down sack set them back, but they'll go for it here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in the scoreboard.
This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single